Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. It's so fucking loud.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. So,
There's like extra cat hair on the microphones today.
I know. Boyfriend dropped me off. But on the way here, we went to Trader Joe's and we went food shopping. And they were playing... What the fuck were they playing? It was like some like Talking Heads, like weird kind of like totally like new wave music they were playing, and they were playing it a little bit loud. And I turned to him, I was like, this makes me feel really old, but they need to turn this music down. This is like, I can't concentrate with this music blasting.
Trader Joe's like
Trader
background
Joe's blasting music.
Elevator music.
Yeah, right? But it wasn't even. It was like, I should probably know who it is, and I don't.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Was it holiday music?
No, I told you it was like some new wave, like Talking Heads sounding type.
Weird.
Yeah, exactly.
Peter Gabriel, maybe?
Yeah,
Genesis?
maybe. No, not Genesis.
Not Genesis.
No. Anyway.
Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Holiday. It's the holidays. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Kenneth Frankly.
That was not planned.
No.
Nor rehearsed.
No, and we will not be doing it again.
No, we will not.
I'm your host, Kenneth Frank. I'm happy to be here. I didn't think of an I'm phrase this week.
I was going to say, that sounded like a question.
I don't know. I'm happy to be here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, that's good. You know what, Kenny? That's good enough.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, and I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too.
I'm rolling on ecstasy. Just kidding.
You and me.
Wow.
I wish.
I'm joined, as always, by my lovely and talented co-host, Rory.
Did we ever, you always say that.
What?
Lovely and talented.
Yeah.
Have we talked about, like...
Your love and talents?
My talents.
Yeah, you're a singer, dancer, songwriter, actor, comedian.
Okay, then we covered all the bases.
Yeah, I feel like, your talents are boundless. You're also like sickening with money and like finances. You own a house. You're a boss bitch. Fashionable.
I literally had a non-sufficient fund fee.
Oh no.
The first time in like 10 years.
Oh no.
Last week.
Oh, that sucks. That happened to Matthew recently too, where he just like... Everything happened at once, and something didn't hit the account on time, and he had an overdraft, and I was like, "Oh,
happens
sucks.
to the best of us." Right?
I get scared of it though. Like I am always checking my checking account, and if it falls below a certain number, I'm like, suspend all spending.
No, I will wait. Like it is a regular occurrence for me that I'll be like, okay, $7 in the account, $7 in the account, 6 more days till payday.
Oh my
I
God.
can do this.
What do you do in that case though?
Credit cards. So that's when what happens when
then you drive
your
up all
overdraft protection that automatically transfers money from your credit card fails because you reached your max. Ooh. That's when you get a non-sufficient fund fee.
I'm scared of that. I don't know what I would do. I'd melt down.
See, you've done a really good job of living
within
a credit-free life.
I mean, I have a credit card and I carry a balance on it, and it's in the thousands of dollars.
Yeah, okay.
But I also...
that makes me feel better.
I'm a human being. But I also am like just really mindful about how much is coming and how much is going. I have to be. I just can't.
I am
because if I overdrafted and I didn't know how it, like, I live a certain lifestyle where I like to go out and I like to eat and drink.
Yeah.
And I'm used to that lifestyle. And
I play Russian roulette every time I like put my card down at a restaurant. Are you kidding me?
I just couldn't live like that. I can't do it. Like, I have to know that everything's going to be okay. That's also probably why I work as opposed to like go hustle freelance or like try to be a creative professional, because I need to know. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
That's just me though.
No. Yeah, so I also feel that way, Kenny, but my actions don't actually. Like my behavior doesn't actually back that up.
Right. Well, I'm feeling that right now, but I just spent $50 on booze at the liquor store, and I was like,
like, no, I know, right?
But gotta do what you gotta do.
I swear to God, though, ever since boyfriend moved in, I thought that, so he moved in September, right? Mm-hmm. I was convinced that all my problems would be solved. And by all my problems, I mean my financial ones, not like my like living ones.
Sure.
Like, that was definitely a sacrifice. But It's fine. It's fine. I'm learning to live less selfishly.
Ugh.
It's not going so well so far.
No thanks.
I mean, for me, it's fine, but others, not so much.
Right.
But I was convinced that, my living expenses are going to be cut in half. I'm going to be great. I don't know how I did it before he moved in because Jesus Christ, I still can't balance a fucking book.
Skin of your teeth.
Oh my God. Skin of my teeth every every freaking month.
Yeah, I don't like it. So
I know it's not good. I need more coming in, but it's not happening. So
spend less, but like, are you kidding me? I don't want to.
How?
Right? Do you get a holiday bonus at?
No, I work for the state, bitch.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I know. Anyways, sorry. Continue.
Listeners, thank you for joining us. It's dun 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 holidays. It's the holidays. It's snowing for the first time this year. Ding 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 ding.
Charlie Brown Christmas was released this day.
It was
in 1965.
Seems kind of early.
Yeah.
December 9, 10, 9.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, that's sweet. That's a sweet little special. Yeah. Do you watch a lot of holiday specials? Are there some that are near and dear to you?
Are there some that are near and dear to me?
I feel like the one that jumps out to me is Rudolph, the claymation. I
don't remember that so much as a kid, but I don't remember much from my childhood.
But could that be the one I'm thinking? Because a lot of I know, same. All the good stuff is gone. But they did a lot of the claymation stuff, and there was one that started with the song Silver and Gold, and I think there was like an old snowman with a mustache who sang it. Okay. Silver and gold, silver and gold, and they had like silver and gold presents and stuff spinning around.
Yeah,
that was maybe that was the one with the misfits. We're a couple of misfits.
Yeah, I don't.
But maybe those were Santa's elves. God, I really don't remember. It's been a long time.
Maybe like a little bit of the Grinch.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Yeah,
yeah.
Someone
Boris Karloff, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
Last year we hosted Matthew. Mr. Grinch.
Sorry.
We hosted Matthew's family here for Christmas last year for the first time.
Yeah.
And
you got your father-in-law a glug glug, right?
That was
that was 2 years ago?
That was a couple years ago.
Was it?
That was, yeah.
Can I just say too though? So sorry, real quick. So my time hop today was like monumental.
Oh.
We've been doing this for a year.
A year today? Or like the podcast came out a year ago?
I think it came out a year ago because I've got pictures of the pictures that you took of me with the headphones on and my coat like this.
That came on your time hop. Yeah, I knew that we'd been doing it for a year because I remember doing like a Jingle Jingle holiday episode sort of early on.
Right?
Wow, I can't believe we've been doing it a year.
Maybe it was yesterday.
Happy anniversary.
But this is the time 3 years ago that I was a Spanish-speaking news anchor.
What? Why? Oh my God. You fit right in. Mm-hmm. What is this from? Did you go visit like the Univision studios?
So my company, we did.
You look sharp in a blazer.
Thank you. We did a sponsored event where we had like a helpline where during the news they would say, and we've got people from Tufts Health Plan over here, call in with your questions about health insurance.
Yeah.
And it was all Spanish speaking. Like we had all of our outreach people that
translate.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so
that's
it was
fun.
great. Yeah.
So you were sort of like the bartender on Watch What Happens Live, and they'd throw to you for.
I just helped organize it and orchestrate it,
okay,
but I was never on camera. This was just for fun.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we hosted Matthew's family last year for the first time for Christmas, and we watched. They all were saying that they thought I would really like the movie Elf with Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
I did not.
It's a musical now.
I did not like it.
Why? You didn't like it?
It just was not funny to me.
Hi, this is Buddy. What's your favorite color? No?
No. And it's one of those movies that everyone says they love so much. And, I'm not a huge fan of Will Ferrell, but I can get behind it, I loved him on SNL back in the day.
Yeah, of course. Who's the girl that sings in it?
Couldn't tell you.
Yes, it's Zooey
Deschanel.
Yeah.
Serious that rain. The cotton commercial girl. What was that show that she had? The feel of cotton, the fabric of my life.
Yeah, you're right. That's the way it
Zooey Deschanel, and I'm very cute and twee. That's her.
How did I almost said Peyton Manning, but I mean something.
Channing Tatum.
No, the girl that
Carol Channing.
Yeah, no, all of these people, they're all the same person, actually. No, I'm just kidding. What's her name? Fuck, she's on that like country show. She's got blonde hair. She was on what's the show that she was also on? Heroes.
Oh, Hayden Panettiere.
Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm. What about her? How did she
had a cotton commercial too.
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
Oh.
We should do we should do a pop showdown of the cotton commercials.
The cotton commercial queens.
Yeah.
Hey, was Hayden Panettiere in one of the... I think she was in Scream 4, which is the last time I saw her in anything.
Probably.
But I don't really care about her one way or the other.
No. She's like a Juliana Hough.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, just like a who are you? I don't care.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
I'm okay. Yeah. Holiday times. What's going on? Happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays.
It is snowing.
It is snowing. The first snowfall of the year.
It's beautiful. This is before all the fucking like sludge and mud turns it all to like shit brown.
Well, the thing that really sucked about the snowfall was that there have been some cold days this year, but primarily it's been a pretty mild like season up until now.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's been
a back and forth.
Yeah.
It's been wacko. Like,
but it's
manic depressive weather.
True.
Right?
I feel like it got colder earlier than it usually does.
So I guess, I don't know. I think it's been wild swings, right? Mm-hmm. But anyway, so I was just like not in the
festive spirit.
Well, I'm talking about how the fact that we never finished our
autumn,
fall.
Right.
Well, we never, like specifically our fall, like yard work.
Oh.
So now and I also didn't pick up the shit in the yard from the dog. So that's it. We sealed our fate for the rest of the year. It's frozen over.
Springtime is going to roll around and you're going to have
landmines.
Yeah.
But also like, so you start shoveling and then it's just like fucking leaves underneath and it's like, well, this is just yucky and gross.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, that's where I'm finding myself.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
I mean, the snow is pretty though.
Yeah, right?
We were just saying
four-wheel drive.
Four-wheel drive. So my new car's four-wheel drive.
With that.
We were just saying how our favorite thing about Christmas is decorations. But neither of us are doing a tree this year.
Well, I'm going to find a fucking
You're going to do a way. Well, they have the like tall, like needle. Not needle.
Needle
dick trees. I forget what they call them.
They call them.
They're like thin.
Na-na-na-na-nas. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. Sort of shove them in a corner.
Yeah, I don't like fake trees.
Neither do I, but I will say last year picking up, again, we were hosting Matthew's family, so I went all out. Like,
yeah, of course.
Big fucking tall tree, all the trimmings.
It was beautiful.
Thank you. Christmas tree skirt, which is now adorned on the back of the couch.
Oh my God, yes! I was just going to say, I loved that. Where is that?
It's right here.
Oh my God, can I just wear this tonight?
Yeah, please, just wear it as a cape.
Oh my God.
I got it at Nordstrom and I was like,
it's gorgeous.
Isn't it? It's like this beautiful,
like
white faux fur. I just spent so much money on it last year, and then to not have a tree this year, I was like, I'm putting it somewhere. So I just draped it over the back of the couch.
That is wonderful.
Thank
and you know
you.
what? It really is kind of shaped to be like a little magical little capelet for me.
Yeah, just put it on it.
Either that or I should get my hair cut in it, and then it would just like...
Perfect.
Literally just goes around your neck.
You don't even have to shower afterwards.
Yeah, right? Oh my God. No, I love this, and I wanted to do something like this. But then I just imagined the cat making it his lover.
I know.
And it just being cat.
I'm a little nervous about Jensen peeing on it. But
yeah. Well, I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. He won't touch it.
Yeah.
He knows it's high quality. Yeah.
I got the basket one. I went for like the collar.
So I was thinking about a Christmas tree basket last year. Mm-hmm. However, I just had my eye on a skirt and I had to do it. The baskets are cute though, and they're a cute way of like hiding the stand and all that shit.
Yeah.
It is a better way of doing it.
It is a bitch to get in and water though.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So like you're going to end up with a dry tree just because it's such a fucking bitch.
Yeah. And they're so expensive around like Christmas time, but you can find just any old fucking...
Oh yeah. Well,
Christmas, for like $10, or you could even just find a fucking basket and cut the bottom out. Like,
okay,
you know,
do your thing.
But so,
or
trust me,
don't even cut it out. Just put your fucking tree in a basket.
Exactly, put it in. Have a great time.
We need a bagel.
We need a basket. I just thought about we need a bagel the other day.
Did you really?
Yeah, because Matthew gets bagels for free at work on Fridays.
Ooh,
and he was like, I had a
free
bagel.
Friday?
Yeah, and I was like, you need a bagel. So, listeners, if you don't know...
hold on, you need one.
I do.
Keep talking.
Thank you. When we were in 5th grade, we were assigned a jingle... Huh? We were 5th grade. We were assigned a jingle writing assignment. We had a couple weeks to come up with a jingle for a sandwich and then record it and bring it in. And of course,
no, it wasn't for a sandwich specifically.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
It was for a sandwich.
Yes. Because mine was the Mega Vega for a vegetarian sandwich, like a little faggot, like I am. And then what's her name, whose dad was nominated for a Grammy, hers was like something little apple, and it was
Kenny, we didn't go to school together in 5th grade.
I went to Normandy Day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I went to Abbott.
Oh, okay. Well, that's why.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, ours was a jingle for the sandwiches.
You don't.
And I went to school with Samantha. Didn't I? Maybe I didn't. Maybe this was yours. No, I remember hearing it. Yes, it was mine. It was mine.
No, I think Tracy told you about it.
No, it was mine because she failed the assignment because she didn't do anything about a sandwich. She did a bagel. I remember hearing it.
She was thinking a bagel sandwich, but she just didn't articulate it.
She just said, we need a bagel. It was literally her just sort of, I lost my mic there for a second. It was literally her, like most people, like I had a keyboard at home and was sort of, just a little. Yeah. So I was just like playing with that and it's the Mega Vega, like, something cute. And then we went to a
jingle of the fucking century would have sold a mint.
No, it was Aubrey, what's her face? Her dad literally was a Grammy produced, Grammy nominated producer. Yeah. So hers was like mixed and mastered and shit. It's like, fuck you. Like, who did this? Your dad?
They like hired a orchestra to come in.
Right. Like I think Billy Joel actually came in and was like, oh, what a great sandwich. So shitty. So like everyone brought in our recordings, but there was this one girl in our class. Her name was Samantha. No, that's not a good fake name. It just sounds. Her name was
Tabitha. Ugly.
Tabitha Grimley. Boing. And
skull face.
She was just
unfortunate.
So unfortunate. Poor unfortunate soul, but not nice about it either. Like she was she's
the kind of girl that would wear a shirt that would say like all that and a bag of chips,
right? Or like me loves me kitty or something like
that too,
with the side pongtail, but not ironically, just like a big oversized like pink sweatshirt.
Who she looked like? If Jerry Seinfeld had a really socially awkward daughter.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't really see Jerry
face.
Seinfeld for her.
I just think the mouth and the teeth.
Her teeth were little, but
and
her
just like
heart
how
was big.
His mouth is always kind of open. Her mouth was always kind of open.
Yeah, her teeth were little, but her breasts were big. She was. Yeah, I think that's why she was always wearing those baggy sweatshirts.
I always think back to like
she was a
great Samantha wearing a Friends t-shirt before the booth.
Tabitha Grimley.
Oh shit! Tabitha Grimley. I'm so sorry, Tabitha.
But so she came in and her recording was just her like yelling into a microphone
with like a bongo, maybe.
Yeah, like we need a bagel. Wait, stop it! We need a bagel. Like that was her commercial. Wasn't very good. She also did a book report on Saskatchewan. Girl. Saskatchewan has a population of 5 people. And then our teacher was like, Tabitha, do you want to try that again? Oh, Saskatchewan has a population of 500 billion people. Tabitha. She was one of those. She was a Nemo. She was like
Nemo?
Like, in Finding Nemo where he's got like a broken fin and you're just like, oh.
And just goes around in a circle.
Yeah, right. And it's just like, you want to feel bad for him.
It was unfortunate.
But instead of being like a nice, gentle person, she was just not very nice. So I fully make fun of her as an adult to this day.
Yeah. I wonder where she is.
I don't know. Probably she must have kids. Her brother, was she a twin?
Let's look her up.
No, I'm thinking of the
Oh, yeah. Oh,
They were, oh yeah,
together. I don't know.
The brother,
maybe, I don't know.
The brother in middle school.
I'm not putting anything past them.
I know. Yeah, together probably. I mean, I think their parents were brother and sister, which is why they were who they were. Maybe, I don't know. Cousins. That's mean.
Kissing cousins.
Middle school is terrible for any kid, especially like
oh my God,
an overweight queer kid.
No, it's the worst place on earth.
And I did okay. Like I made people laugh.
Oh,
I did
God, yeah.
did impressions. I was very extroverted to make up for it.
Yeah.
Like, you can't hate me. I'm funny.
Well, also, so the middle school play was like actually cool
to do. Yeah, it was a social circle. Yeah.
Cool enough.
Right, because it was the only thing that wasn't sports. That was also like socializing and
also like that was exclusive in a way.
Yeah.
Except if you were a boy, because they just let
they
everybody
did it
join.
every
Exactly. Yeah.
But so there was one time I had stayed after maybe for like art club or something, and I don't know if what everyone else did, but in our town they had the late bus. You know, you took your bus home, and then like an hour and a half later they sent a late bus around to go pick up the kids, bring them home.
Yep. It was like Uber Pool from help because it was the longest bus ride home ever.
Like, you'd better pray that one of your
Westford's big.
It's a big little city town, and you better hope that one of your friends had a mom that was picking you up, because otherwise you're going to be on a bus for about 2 hours,
and your mom is not picking you up. No,
mom's not doing it.
My mom is not doing that.
So there was one time I was waiting for the late Uber Pool bus, and so was Richie, the terrible, awful kid, and like he just was like sort of like deformed in the face and really dumb and really mean, and scrawny,
always had a mean expression.
Yeah, he just had a scowl. Yeah, just a nasty boy with a bowl cut, as we all did. But I parted mine in the middle.
Yes, you did. Very Kardashian of you.
So yeah, of course, I was ahead of my time. And I remember him. You know, we were trying to just like, don't talk to him, stay away from him.
Yeah.
Because inevitably, when you interacted with this kid, it was trouble. It was trouble.
Well. No. It's like all of a sudden you were murdering someone or being murdered.
Right.
Yeah.
This was the day that he lost all power for me, though, because we were all just sort of waiting for the bus. And
the great equalizer.
Yeah, exactly. And he looked... There was like a pile of dog shit in front of, in the area in front of the school.
I remember this.
And he just looks at me and he goes, "Hey, Kenny, it's your ancestors." I just looked at him. I was like, "You have no power over me. like, this is over. Like, you're not funny. You
have no power over me." What is that from?
The Labyrinth, I think.
Okay.
It was that. It was very just like, you actually don't matter at all. Yeah, and it was just like,
and you like ascended to heaven.
You have to be clever or scary to be a bully. Like, that's not.
Yeah,
none of that's good.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was the end of Richie.
Oh, good for you.
And he's dead to this day. The snow is beautiful, but it makes me a little nervous to drive, especially with crazy drivers around.
You have 4-wheel drive now.
I know, but it's still scary.
It totally is. I know.
I've been watching a lot of People's Court, and a lot of the cases are like traffic accidents where people are sort of like playing like quienes los machos, and
what's that?
Like, who's the best, who's the most macho, and
say it again though. It sounded hot.
Quienes los machos.
Can I date him?
I think that's how you say it. Yeah.
What's his name again?
I don't know. But
it sounded really sexy.
I get scared. I get scared of other drivers. I'm scared of interacting with drivers.
Can I tell you? I actually like literally shamed a fellow motorist today.
What? Why?
So,
where were you?
I'm still a little bit mad about this. So it was my turn to go get coffee and breakfast sandwiches this morning because this is like what we do. We get
Saturday morning.
Yeah, exactly, right. And by my turn, I mean like he's done it for like the past 8 weeks in a row.
And you're like, I guess I should do this.
And my car was parked behind his today.
Oof,
so I'm like, fine, well, I'll go and do this.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I went to Dunkin' Donuts and I got our terrible sandwiches and our terrible coffee, which were delicious but terrible.
Sure. What's your go-to Dunks order?
So I enjoy. Well, it depends on the season.
Okay.
It depends on my mood.
Okay.
But hazelnut cream only.
Okay.
So either cold brew or hot, and one less cream than they subscribe or prescribed for that size.
Okay.
Because they like to overcream everything.
Sure. Yeah. Everything's milky.
Yeah. Right. What about you?
What about your sandwich though?
So honestly, my favorite is when boyfriend goes to Dunk's to get coffee, but then he goes to this like really nice coffee shop. Well, not really nice, but like this coffee shop to get actual like bacon, egg, and cheeses on like real bagels. Yeah. Because like the bagels at Dunk's are not real bagels. No. Like I want like a real chewy bagel.
Be bread.
Yeah, exactly. Like a real like bagel from like a, you know, like a New York bagel. Everything bagel, bacon, egg, and cheese with real eggs, not like the fake like microwave eggs.
Yeah, like perfect circles.
So like exactly. So I will deal with that at Dunkin' Donuts, but if I can have my choice,
sure.
But then the thing is, I'm a princess and I don't actually like the coffee that they serve at the nice coffee place. So then he has to go to the drive-thru to get Dunk's for me on my home. Yeah, exactly right there.
But if you have to be at Dunk's for your sandwich, what is it?
It's a bacon, egg, and cheese on something. So it's either. If I am just a little peckish, it's one of those snack wraps.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or if I want something like more substantial, then I do the everything bagel. I'm not happy about it. I'm not like 100% satisfied, but it's fine.
But here we are.
Today we did croissants because
love the croissants.
They have the deal two breakfast sandwiches, 2 bacon, egg, and cheeses on croissants for $5.
Ah, bitch.
So yeah, that's what I did.
That's a bargain.
I know, right?
See, I like their croissants.
Do you have the app?
No.
Oh my God, Kenny.
I don't go to Dunk's.
You don't go.
Okay,
I was going to say, if you do, I get a free coffee. There was one week, literally, I took a screenshot because I don't know what happened. I don't know like who I had to blow to get this, but like there was like 3 coffees in a row, like free. What? Yeah, right? It was amazing.
See, I go to Starbucks because there's one right above my office.
I've got both.
So I get like a free drink every month and a half, maybe. It's not that often, but I also don't go there that often. My go-to Dunk's is just a straight up large cold brew, which tastes like literal piss, but I drink it anyway.
What? Why?
Just because like I don't want, because oh my God.
I know, right?
That's kind of nice.
I know.
Do they do the same thing as Starbucks where you like, they scan it and you pay and that's pretty.
Oh, no. Kenny, I order ahead. So I'm on the T every morning. I'm like groggy and like half asleep. I order my coffee, and if I want a wake up wrap, then I do that too. But sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't, depending on how hungry I am. Exactly, life and my situation. And when I get to North Station, I order it, and it's like, once you're ready for us to start making it, hit this button.
Whoa.
And at North Station, I hit that button, and then I get up at Haymarket, and I walk up to my office. And my office, it's like 2 doors down from my office. So I go get the Dunk's. Literally, I walk in, I grab my coffee in my bag if I have one, and I leave and I walk right up to my office. And it's like literally 30 seconds it takes me to get coffee every morning.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's awesome.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Maybe I should start doing that at Starbucks.
And they give you a free one every other week, if not every week, if you're like me and you spend too much money.
See, I'm trying not to spend so much money on coffee. My go-to at Dunk's, which for us is the same thing, like once every other weekend, we're probably doing like a coffee run, a Dunk's run. And it's large cold brew, which tastes like literal piss, but compared to, I mean, Starbucks.
What do you put in it?
Nothing.
Anything?
No, okay. Nothing. I because like you said, they over cream and over sugar everything.
Well, then you just tell them exactly how many you want.
I just don't feel, it's just such a pain in the butt. I'd rather just have the coffee, which is what I want.
Well, that's why you order ahead. You tell them exactly through the app what you want, and you don't have to even talk to anybody. It's amazing.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to do that.
I'm telling you.
Okay. And then my sandwich is an egg and cheese, no bacon, on a croissant if I am not giving a shit, or an English muffin, which is their healthiest like bready option for those sandwiches. And then we'll usually get a Boston cream donut to share. And then we fillet each other till the morning.
I was gonna say
that's the next day.
Then you squirt that Boston cream all over each other's faces.
That's how we do it.
I know, right? Good for you.
Sorry, so this was a sidetrack. You reprimanded someone because you were were on your coffee run.
Okay, so on the way back, leaving Dunk's and on Broadway in Everett, which is a fucking shit show 24/7, heading back to the house, and I can see in my rearview mirror that there's a cop coming, like God. Lights and sirens and everything.
Scary.
Everybody eventually gets over and everything, and first cop goes by, and I can see that like way far back, there's another one.
I know what you're gonna say.
So I'm like, so we're all back out in traffic and everything, but I'm like, I know this is coming, and I can't, like, it's like I saw it and then it was gone for like 30 seconds, and but just because there was like, I was over a hill now, and traffic was.
But you knew he was
obstructing.
coming up.
I knew he was coming up and
Yeah.
everything. So I'm like anticipating, and I'm like, okay, here he comes again, and the people behind me are realizing that he's coming again and everything, right? So we pull
Idiots
over.
who didn't notice the first time.
Right. Well, that's not even the worst part, right?
Okay.
So he goes by, and then people are starting to try to get out, and then they realize that there's more people, and they've got hazards on, and a few of them have funeral tags on, or funeral flags. So like, it was a funeral procession. And so they keep going, and obviously I'm just sitting there on the side because, like, you just fucking let them go. And there were a few people that tried to like sneak out in like
into the funeral,
like to like join the funeral procession. Like, first of all, like,
that's
you gonna
not how
follow
this
them?
works.
Like, no, exactly. And so there was somebody in front of me that was doing it, and obviously I couldn't do anything because, like, you're in front of me, like, blah. But then the car behind me started like inching out and trying to do it. And I put down my fucking window all the way, and it's snowing, right? And like, everybody's like, it's kind of crazy and everything. I put down my fucking window, and I look out at them, and I go like this with my finger. I wag my finger in disgust, and I was like, no, you don't do that. No.
Oh, did they stop?
They did it, but they were just like, they saw me, and they were like, they were horrified that I did that. But I was just like, you're horrifying. You don't interrupt a funeral procession.
So can I tell you my traumatic experience with regards to this?
Yes.
I did, it doesn't happen that often, but when a funeral procession is happening.
But also, I did it because I didn't think that they knew that they shouldn't do that.
Sure.
That was why. Okay, sorry, but go ahead. Sorry.
It's one of those quirky rules that you either learn or you don't back when you're learning how to drive. But I mean, you see people with the placards, their lights are on, they have a police escort most of the time.
Yep.
Use common sense. Like, you're not supposed to, they're all going to the same place, and pay some fucking respect.
Exactly. Yes. They just lost somebody. Like, let them have their way.
So
that's the one time you just get to ignore all the traffic laws.
Right. You just have to say, I'm going to sit here until they are done. Like, this person is no longer with us. There are a lot of people mourning right here next to me. I'm going to take 5 minutes.
Highway to hell. Just like, let them go.
Right. Serious.
Yeah.
You want to join in on that? So when I was living in Fitchburg,
I'm so sorry.
Thank you. Which was like a million years ago now.
I know.
But
it really is.
That happened. There was probably like
not 20 years ago.
Probably at 15, almost 15,
yeah, almost,
14.
Yeah. Wow.
Which it's so funny that sidetrack. But yeah, I was working at Soundtrack. I was working at the Travel Pro Network, the travel agency.
Yep.
This time 10 years ago.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Hold on, this time 10 years ago. So like
December 2007
is when you just started, or just
I was still there, and I left in April 2008. So like I still had some time at the travel agency.
This is when you were like had your fill and you were ready to move on.
Yeah, I was living in JP. Finally, had lived in Arlington for a year.
Where was their office?
North Chelmsford, off the Middlesex Turnpike.
Oh, that sucks.
Yes.
So you were like commuting
reverse commuting.
Was it nice though? Like, was it like
the traffic was okay, but it was a long drive.
That's actually, it's not that bad.
I know, but I also was driving like a death trap car, and like,
oh, that's true.
So like, didn't feel great. Kiwi, Susie Kiwi.
Susie Kiwi.
But I mean, I can't believe you remember both.
Susie something.
Susie Kiwi. Anyway, but so when I was in Fitchburg, that happened. There was a funeral procession.
Yeah.
I pulled over, waited, and then the last car went, and I was like, okay, safe to go. And like, I was the only one who had pulled over. Fitchburg's downtown is such that it's like this huge
loop. Right?
Yeah, it's like a one-way loop, and I don't know. I must have been the only person to have caught the light at the beginning of the loop before the funeral came through.
Yep.
So then I went to pull out, and a cop was coming the reverse way on this one-way street towards me, and I had like, and I can't remember if he must have been on a motorcycle, because I can't remember.
How else would you fit?
Right, but like he was like flying, and I like almost got him. It was so scary, and I was like, holy shit. And then he circled back around to pull me over and was like, "That's a fucking mayor. How fucking," he was swearing at me. He was like, "How dare you?" Like, da, da, da. And I'm like 18 or something. I was like, "I'm sorry. I don't know." I was like so scared. And
but it was over.
It was over. Yeah. And he was like, I don't know. It was just.
And you were flying down the wrong way.
Yeah. He was going down a one-way street.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It was just scary and weird. So my story is very different than yours.
Yeah. Apparently. Well, Jesus, you were shamed.
But I will.
But you shouldn't have been shamed.
I know, right? Fuck cops.
Like you're not supposed to wait. I know. Yeah. Fuck the police.
Fuck the police.
You're not supposed to wait. Like 5 minutes after a funeral procession goes by and then go.
Right.
Like,
I know.
No, they go. You go.
Yeah. It was just.
You could be the caboose if you really want to.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
But you got to be the caboose.
Right. There was no caboose. I pulled out into traffic that looked empty, completely empty in front of me.
Yeah.
And then someone came flying after. It was scary.
Where does the word caboose come from?
It was invented in 1996 when Jennifer Lopez starred as Selena in the biopic. I'm pretty sure that's where caboose came from.
It sounds like capiche.
Capiche?
Like it doesn't sound like an English
Capote?
word. Yeah.
Cappuccino?
Paella?
Well, I'm glad you shamed your person because they deserved it. I did not, and fuck the police.
I was thinking about it too after I did it, and I was like, I'm not wearing makeup. I just woke up. I look like hell. I'm wearing a hat.
Yo, you spooked,
I
spooked
the
them good.
Shit out of them. Oh my God. Like, who is this banshee and what the fuck is she doing here on Earth? Jesus Christ.
I love it. Hey, do you want to do a really quick holiday rapid fire?
Yes.
Totally if you're into it, lame if you're not. I think there's someone shoveling outside.
Okay, it sounded like a dog barking, but you're right. That is a shovel, and they are going to town.
They're having a great time.
Damn. Oh, I have to shovel. We had to shovel. Poor boyfriend has a cold too, and he had to shovel.
Oh no.
I know.
I hope I don't have to shovel.
He's like, I'm not going to probably do any more shoveling tonight. And I go, that's okay, baby doll. We'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll do it
okay.
tomorrow.
Don't worry.
That's what tomorrow's for.
Yeah.
Aww.
But I'll make you do work tomorrow.
Totally if you're into it, lame if you're not.
Turtley.
Lom. For holiday rapid fire. Opening one present early.
Turtley.
Eggnog.
Lame.
Kissing under the mistletoe.
Turtley. I have mistletoe at home.
Staying overnight.
Turtley.
Political discussions with relatives.
Only with the right ones.
The right-wing ones?
No.
Just the correct ones.
The correct ones.
Christmas tree skirts. I guess we kind of talked about that. Getting completely fucked up.
Turtley. Did you see me
Although
on Thanksgiving?
we have to work the next day. It's on a Monday this year.
Oh, so I did this. I'm taking the 20th to the 27th off.
Me too. I'm traveling. I'm doing the 21st to the 27th.
Air 5.
Where
are you traveling to?
Virginia.
Oh, We're
going to drive down. Stay at the Mandarin Oriental in Washington, D.C. in the meantime. Excuse me. Holiday specials on TV.
Turts. I'm not saying turtley, but I'm saying turts.
Turts?
Yeah.
Turds?
It's like,
Turds.
Sure, turts.
Candy canes.
Turtley, but only because for Christmas ornaments.
Correct.
Not because I want
not
to
for
eat
eating.
them. No, or I want to make candy sleighs, like
Sure. Yeah, and they're the little yeah.
Like a Kit Kat.
I wrote on the list candy canes parentheses for eating and
no, not
so
for eating.
Lame.
No. One a year, and that is it.
And that's it.
Yeah.
I would go one further, and I'd say one mini candy cane a year. Sometimes they have the little
better.
tiny ones. It's almost like a mint.
Yeah, the ones that the bag is the whole.
Yeah,
it's a bag,
and it's like a strip of them. Like
yes, exactly. Those are the best because it's like having one of those Starburst peppermints.
Yes,
right.
It takes 2 seconds.
Not Starburst, but like the
hard candy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Rainbow lights versus white lights. I mean,
so. Can we talk about this? Can we get off this game for just a second?
Well, we'll circle back to the topic.
To the yeah. But
just totally or lame rainbow lights.
Lame. But we're going to talk about this.
We'll talk about it. And resolutions. That's my last one. Resolutions.
Lame.
Okay. Thank you.
Fuck the gym in January. That's why I'm going to boycott.
Yeah, fuck the gym.
I've been doing that since last January.
Well, that was a nice resolution that you have stuck with. So tell me about rainbow lights. What's the problem? Also, you said totally to opening a present early, and then you started waving your arm around.
Yeah, because I got my watch.
Oh, your Apple Watch.
Yeah.
That's an early gift from boyfriend?
Boyfriend came home a little wasty cakes from his holiday party at work.
Oh.
I drove him. So he asked me that the day before, and he's like, so like, how do you feel about waking up early and driving in together tomorrow, or like commuting together so that I can take an Uber home because I want to get wasty cakes at my holiday party. I was like, fine, we shall see. Yeah. And then so that was like actually Monday this week. And then like Tuesday, I was like, let me think about it, which was like no, code for no.
Right.
No,
like,
just absolutely
prepare
not.
yourself for a hard no tomorrow.
Exactly. It's a super hard no. And then one of my coworkers scheduled a fucking meeting with me at 9:00 a.m. So then I was like, fuck, I gotta be at work early anyways, which like 9:00 is technically early for me, I guess. So I said, fine, boyfriend, I will commute in early.
That's
because
very
he leaves
sweet.
like he literally leaves the house an hour before I get out of bed.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was rough. But it worked out well because
he was able to get wasty cakes.
he was able to get wasted cakes. Oh, because I got an Apple Watch out of it.
Yes.
Well, not because of that, but
But
so he gets
still.
home. He comes home. He took an Uber home, and he is. I want to say stumbling around, but like he actually is a really cool.
He's a jolly drunk.
calm and collected drunk.
Yeah.
Like you can't really tell so much.
Yeah.
Until the next morning when he was puking his fucking brains out.
Oh,
Oh my god! I thought he was trying to like cough up a loogie.
Ugh.
He is the ugliest puker I've ever
Ew.
heard in my life. And at one point, I got up and I was like, "Honey," and I like rubbed his back and I go, "Okay, well, I'll leave you."
Yeah.
And I closed the bathroom door. He kept, and then he
because he left it open.
He left it open, and then later he like comes out and he's still doing his stuff. He's like getting ready and everything. He comes back into bed. He's like, "Just 2 minutes. I'm just gonna collect myself. 2 minutes." And he lays down, and then he gets back up and he goes back to fucking throw up. And didn't close the door fucking again. I'm like, you're gonna be fucking kidding me. And it's like he's coughing because it's disgusting.
Yeah,
it's disgusting.
Oh,
and I was like,
gross.
there's Mucinex in the cupboard. But
I feel like
no, that's not what that's about. No, you're just like
boys don't know how to
disgusting.
throw up. I feel like though.
No.
Like Matthew, he's like not a thrower upper at all.
Yeah.
I think I've heard him throw up once, and it wasn't from drinking. He just wasn't feeling well.
Yeah.
It sounded like so
It's like coughing.
dry. Yeah. Like.
Yeah.
It's so gross. Like hello. Like I'm down to a science. I'm like
Exactly. Like dun ding.
and like my teeth are actually cleaner
you go.
afterwards. Yeah.
All right, ready for my day.
Oh, poor boyfriend.
I know,
But
right?
hey, so he gave you.
So before that happened, right?
Yeah,
He came
the night
home.
before.
He's all jolly and everything, except actually he wasn't actually that jolly because so the restaurant that they went to for their holiday party, there's like 30 people at his office, and it was like their office party. There's going to be like a big corporate party, but like
It's kind of a small party.
yeah, but well, except the bill was like $6,000, and their corporate budget, like what
They should
home
have been
office
spending.
will pick up
Yeah.
is like $2,000.
Oof.
So his boss just paid $4,000 out of pocket, and like today they
It's
went around
fidelity,
like,
though, whatever.
that's what I'm talking about. But anyways, I mean,
Collecting.
they started,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. But they were just like the bartenders like totally fucked them over. The bartenders and I don't know, they just everything was top shelf. Like even if you wanted, like they didn't even ask what
Yeah,
you wanted. It was
right.
just like. Vodka soda, that's Grey Goose.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you want something that's like mixed with everything.
And
that's still Grey Goose.
And downtown, it's like $16.
Johnny Walker Blue Label.
Yeah, right. Oh my God, that's crazy.
$150 bottles of wine. And I was like, he said something about like, I thought they ordered the house wine.
Yeah.
And they came up with $150. Like nobody knew.
Yeah.
Everything,
Ugh,
what
that
everything
kinda
was
sucks.
called. I was like, but
Where was it?
I'll find out. I don't remember. But
'Cause
like not for, I know. Yeah.
Remind me.
But not for nothing though. Like whoever is organizing be like, this is the budget.
Yeah,
like,
right. This is what we
this
want to
doable?
spend.
Exactly.
Right.
Like $2,000.
They probably walked in and said fidelity, and that was like, well, we know what they're
Ka-ching,
going to. Yeah,
like
exactly.
cash symbols in their fucking eyes.
Let
right?
the
Like
cash
cartoon.
register ring.
Right. But anyway, so he's riddled with guilt when he comes home, and I guess felt like he had to like redeem himself. So he's like,
well, look what I did.
Yeah, and he's like, well, he already sent me a picture of the Apple bag, so I knew it was coming. But he was just like, I forget what he said. He was like, open your present. And I'm like, I don't want to. I want to exchange gifts. Like, let's wait so that we can both give gifts to each other. And he's like, you don't want it? Oh. And I was like, you fucking dick. And I was like, of course I want it.
Of course I fucking want
but
it.
I want to exchange gifts so that we can both enjoy gifts. And he's like, but I want, this will make me happy. So he
what a sweetie.
Went in the fashion that I told you that he does sometimes.
Yeah, like happy walk. Yeah, like
little Asian girl face thing. Like
yeah.
And he went and got the bags. Yeah, exactly. And voila, here we go.
Hey, what time is it?
It's 8:31.
Hey.
It's Saturday the 9th, Boston. We're in Boston, and it's 31 degrees and snowing. And
what's your blood pressure and what's my horoscope?
I don't know. So
which direction are you facing?
Oh, I don't even know. But so it says H35.
What are my
high and low, high and low.
What are my stocks looking like?
I'm like latitude and longitude. I don't know, but let me tell you my heartbeat. But he did it. So on Monday, he sent me, or the day after he gave it to me, he sent me a text when I first got to work. And he's like, so how do you like the watch? I was like, pretty awesome. I just burnt 38 calories. Personal best. Because it's literally a brand new thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm at 101. I'm going nuts.
Hell yeah. I love that for you.
Oh, 104. Jesus Christ. I'm going to be okay.
Rory, I have I have written down in our notes for the show, Pioneer Woman. You want to talk about that? So here's the thing about the Pioneer Woman. I found out that they are one of the biggest property owners. She and her husband are one of the biggest real estate.
Who you're talking about proper noun Pioneer Woman?
Yeah, you're not familiar with Pioneer Woman?
No, tell me.
She's I don't know her real name.
Cooking show?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, she's Food Network.
Yeah. Okay, I've seen this before.
Apparently, she and her husband are like the third biggest real estate owners in whatever state, South Dakota or whatever the fuck it is.
One of those.
But so they're like super fucking rich and apparently like not very nice people.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
But and they own just like acres and acres of land.
Yeah.
Some of her recipes I remember when we had cable, I would watch her shows and I'd be like, oh, that seems like such a quaint life. Like she sends her boys out to work on the farm and they come out at the end, they come back at the end of the day and she's got like, fucking mincemeat pies waiting for him and shit.
Individual ones.
Cute. Yeah. And her, like, all of her kitchen is all like
with like artisan
oak wood finishes and shit. Everything's cast iron.
Like there's like cookie cutter cutouts in the
like their own faces that she's like made out of tin.
And then put on those pies.
Yeah. It's like this one's for Charlie.
Yeah.
This one's for Deacon.
Yeah.
This one's for Mason.
He doesn't.
This one's for Logan. Yeah, right. Yeah. Logan doesn't eat rosemary. This one,
silly boy.
Thomas says he's a vegetarian, so we're throwing him in the fire like the faggot he is. like I think they're very like low key, like
a racist,
super bigoted, like right wing,
super Christian.
But all that is
like an insult. Super Christian to me. Like if I call someone super Christian, I'm like, fuck them to hell.
Rory, Republicans literally are endorsing pedophilia.
I know,
like
right?
literally, like as long as they get what they want.
The man Roy Moore, who fucking equated homosexuality to fucking bestiality,
right? But then it was.
But you know what? Okay, so
banned from a mall. Banned from a mall.
Hot mic. Can I just tell you though that the thing that drives me nuts, exactly that, right? Like, so okay, Roy, just so you know, like, you might not be gay, but there's people that are not gay that don't think that being gay is wrong.
Right.
Okay, so we established that, right?
Yeah.
You might not.
Who's telling you this stuff?
No. I'm saying this is like the Roy Moore. Like he thinks that being gay is wrong,
Roy
right?
Moore, yeah.
Right. Bestiality is obviously wrong. Everyone agrees on that, right? Pedophilia. The only people that agree with pedophilia are fucking pedophiles. Like everyone else thinks that's wrong. But like, so you're condemning being a homosexual or like anything LBGT, but there's people that are both LBGT and non-LBGT that say, no, there's nothing wrong with this.
Yeah.
pedophilia.
Yeah.
Everyone that isn't a pedophile fucking thinks it's wrong. So like, how are you even do you have a foot to stand on?
Yeah.
You're not you're not picking up what I'm putting down.
I think what you're saying is Roy Moore is condemning bestiality and homosexuality
as if they're equating
disgusting,
the two, right?
But pedophilia. Well, I'm not a pedophile because I certainly would not have asked a 15-year-old girl out without getting her dad's permission first.
Well, no, he hasn't answered to any of that, as far as I know. Like I haven't.
That was his response. Like I don't recall going out with any 15-year-old girls. Not without permission from their fathers, at least. Like, yeah, getting banned from a mall for preying on
Being
young
a
women.
lurker.
Yeah. But what he's doing is not wrong in his mind.
Yeah, exactly.
But here's the thing. I think that a lot of Republicans think that what he is doing is wrong. However,
of course.
They are more interested in self-serving their own agenda to the point where they could say, but he's going to get done what we want done. So let's just endorse the pedophile.
Let's hope that maybe he fucked a goat at some point.
I hope he did fuck a goat at some point.
It just sounded like fucked a goat.
Fucked a goat. Yeah, it's...
And that comes out so we can like finally get
That's what I mean about like Christian is an insult, because Christian is republicanism and republicanism is insulting.
Yeah,
like
it's all gross.
Same thing with like the fucking it's going to the Supreme Court now. Like I'm sure you've heard of it. The baker who refused to make a cake for the gay couple because his art, he doesn't have to express anything in his art that he doesn't believe in, but they're saying, well, we're not asking you to write like, hey, gay's okay on the cake. We just want the rosettes you usually do.
I want to see how hokey this fucking cake was to begin with.
Right.
It's like his fucking art, first of all.
Well,
second of all, like, yeah, fucking ridiculous.
The baker's literal response is like, well, they can buy a cake that I made already out of the cooler, but like, he just won't make it literally for them.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, these rosettes are not for you. You can it's ridiculous. And so for people to defend that as some sort of like, you have to protect religion, meanwhile banning Muslims and only Christianity, only extreme right-wing Christianity is the only protection that they're actually giving a shit about.
Now we're really interested in protecting or not protecting, but
endorsing
fucking Jerusalem. And it's, you know what? I'm not that well versed in all of that. Like this goes back hundreds and hundreds and thousands of years, right? But like, and there's been all sorts of stuff, but like, is now the right time
it is for them?
Well, yeah, because they want to cover up fucking Russia. So like, what do you do there? You fucking talk about Israel, right?
That I will say.
But like, everyone agrees. Everybody outside of his sphere agrees that like, you're just being inflammatory and you're just trying to disrupt everything.
I hope that I think most people do agree, but I do think that there are some people that just blindly support him, like
totally
one party style, just like truly like new neo-Nazi.
Yeah, but so Kenny, think about it. Totally. But think about it, like Al Franken.
Yeah, forced to resign.
But how much did that kind of hurt you?
Yeah, it sucks.
It totally sucks.
Yeah,
and it's like also I haven't heard so much about the new allegations that have come up in the last week or so, like of like all these new women. So like,
I only knew about the picture.
I know.
Yeah.
So let's just say that we didn't know about this new stuff that's come up, but like the picture alone is not the worst. Like, but also we say that because we're like, we bleed blue, like true and true right now. You know?
I mean, that's tough because I'm never going to defend anyone who makes a woman feel,
of course,
vulnerable, even if she was asleep at the time.
Yeah.
Like that fact alone is kind of creepy and triggering and scary.
Yeah, I know.
And for that photo to exist and for her to be upset about it, like, yeah, dude, you should resign. In fact, I think every fucking dude should resign. Let's actually have women and queers and trans people run everything. And I feel, and this is part of why
everyone might look a little bit better too.
I mean, get that beat, like give me a highlight.
Right?
I'm saying, I think the world would be better off if all men sort of conceded to the fact that, well, we've had all of this power all this time and we've been fucking up. And this is where it's gotten us. So maybe we all collectively, and this does it with the Me Too movement, and it feels like this big wave where we're finally reaching a point where men have to, because it's not behavior that needs to be addressed on women's anything. It's men that have to, we have to teach men to be better, and men have to look inward more.
You know what I think we need to do more with like education towards men, or like what we need to get more men on board with is
suicide.
But the ones that don't need to suicide, right?
Yeah.
The ones that like there's still a glimmer of hope.
Yeah.
They need to be the allies.
Right. Servitude.
They need to
Truly, I literally
they need to support the women that like, so there need to be men there that women feel comfortable going to say, this other guy over here.
Right. Well, she shouldn't even have to.
Well, also him standing up and like when he hears it, the locker room talk, right? Stopping it in its tracks there, right? So he knows that it's not acceptable.
Shut it down.
Exactly. Like this is not a locker room.
Right.
Like
exactly.
This environment does not exist for you anymore. I'm sorry. And it just doesn't exist. And you need to get used to that.
It's the same for a Muslim woman wearing a hijab on the train.
Yeah.
Someone starts yelling at her. You don't like quietly like shuffle around or move away. You go sit next to that person and make sure that they feel safe.
Yeah.
Like, I know that your human instinct is to run away from the danger, but what that person needs is solidarity and support. And when there is someone who's not the target sitting there, it helps to diffuse this person to be like, okay. You know what I mean?
That's a really, I haven't thought about that, because to me,
you just sit down and start talking to them,
like whenever,
because then it's like this guy doesn't even exist. You and I, are you okay?
So
tell me about your day. Where are you heading?
Yeah.
Do you have someone
focus
there?
On, like, let's
this, and then if that guy punches you in the back of the head, you did a good thing. But 9 times out of 10, he'll realize that it's not a fight worth picking.
No.
Especially now that there's a white person or a man or whoever, whatever privilege else, you have to be able to sit down there.
Somebody else that isn't easy to punch around, right?
Right, exactly.
This looks precarious.
I got it.
Oh, damn, girl. Oh my God, she is serving. Recooked.
This looks good. You turned me on to this.
Right?
I like it. It's a bargain.
Who doesn't like a good cock? And look at this little lady over here being like,
she's so flirty. She's like, okay,
whatever you want,
Mr. Rooster. Yeah, but
cock-a-doodle-doo.
I think allyship is has to be the focus.
Well, so I was gonna say, I love that you said that, like sitting down with somebody. I have not. So the only time that I've witnessed anything like on the train or in a public setting where I felt like somebody was like needed saving was this one time that I can remember, and I did not feel comfortable doing the saving because it seemed, but there was this guy, it was a couple on the train, and they were strung out. Like they had some sort of addiction.
Things were not
I'm
good,
sure. Yeah. And I think he, at one point, like she's bitching at him and everything. And I think at one point he like slapped her thigh like that, but like super hard, like, and I heard it. Oof. And I remember just like looking over and being like so mad and wanting to be like, get your fucking hands off of her. Like, no, like nothing gives you that right. Do not fucking touch her like that.
The problem is though,
I didn't feel comfortable doing it because I felt threatened myself.
Well, that's what I mean. It shouldn't be your responsibility, because the guy that's slapping this person is also the guy who doesn't give a shit what a stranger woman has to say.
It's scary.
And therein lies the responsibility of a straight white man who is actually paying attention to the world. You need to be the guy that uses your privilege not to climb the corporate ladder and suck C-level.
Superman, yeah.
Right. You talk to the people that are treating other people like shit, and you see it every single day. You're the person that has to say, not cool.
Yeah.
Not cool.
Yeah.
And if we can get that far, maybe eventually we can get far enough to be like, well, maybe you also shouldn't be the men in power or with money or making decisions, And I will say on this topic, when the whole Bernie Sanders, and I know, my God, people are probably skipping right now just because I said that name. But to keep it brief, when Bernie Sanders was gaining steam and it seemed like things were happening for him, I was excited because it seemed like at the time, like the most progressive option, right?
Yeah.
And I went out with an awesome friend of mine, Joya. She's fantastic. Shout out if you're listening.
You better be, Joya.
Come on, Joya.
You better be.
And she and I were, and she's super progressive and very open-minded and amazing. And I was like, so are you voting for Bernie? She's like, no, I'm voting for Hillary. I was like, really? She's a warmonger. I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. And she was like, yeah, but I'm sick of listening to white men and putting them in power. I just can't do it. And I was like, but what about, but he could be, and I could, and and I sort of was like struggling with that. And I went home and I thought about it, and I was just like, I can absolutely see that,
Yeah.
Like, we need female leadership.
Yeah.
In this world, not even in this country.
I mean, we can see right now, like the fucking dominoes that are falling right now. Are you kidding?
Like, and that's what that is perhaps what I'm most thankful for in 2017. It's been a hellfire of a fucking year, but at least the visibility and the scope is jarring and
starting to put people in their places.
Unavoidable. It's unavoidable.
And keeping people accountable, hold people to account.
Safety in numbers, and look at the numbers.
I know.
It's like
amazing.
It's devastating, and it's sad that this.
Well, you know what? There's so you know what I heard? Oh my God, I got teary eyed, and I made Nick stop, and I made him come. I was like, I want you to hear this real quick. And he was like washing dishes or something.
Yeah.
And
you're like, come here.
Because I make him do that.
Yes.
That's a man's work.
That's right.
No, I'm kidding.
No, you're not.
Maybe. I don't know. I do plenty of dishes. All right. Anyways. But it's not just for women. Anyways. There was a correspondent on CNN that was talking, and I don't know his name or whatever, but he was an older gentleman. He was at least in his like late 60s, 70s, whatever.
Sure.
And he was talking about how he was from, so this was when it was more around like journalism and like media, like focus, like the people coming out and attacking
fake news and CNN's not real news and dirt.
No, I'm talking about still sexual harassment and everything, but like focused on like Hollywood kind of media stuff. Right?
Okay.
And his whole thing was that he said that, I now have such a higher appreciation for the women that I worked with. The women that made it to where they did had to work so much harder and had to be so much more perfect and like well-rounded and everything. And he's like, what makes me sad is thinking about what talent we lost.
Right. Who didn't make it that far?
Who didn't make it that far that would have like what is the world missing out on right now because those talents were squashed because they were not allowed to progress, right?
Exactly. Because
and I got teary-eyed by that.
It's true though. It's really true. It's really, really true.
And he didn't quite understand it. Like he did, but he was like, I'm like, no, you don't.
Right. Because for every one successful woman that you can look up to as a beacon, there are hundreds that got assaulted to the point where they didn't feel comfortable in that line of profession anymore, or got distracted because they were dealing with where they
never got the promotion,
or never got the education, or never got the respect, or never got the.
I mean,
it's countless.
It comes, but it's, to me, the first thing is like the promotion, like it's the glass ceiling thing, and then of course, what affects that too is all of the like sexual harassment and all that. And
right.
Like, it's fucking
the way that
emotional.
The way that women are treated in the world is a problem, and it needs to be fixed. So I say,
no, I think
we've been fucking it up this whole time with men. Can we just like?
No, you're totally right.
But at least men are being put on blast, and I'm thankful for that.
Yes, and I long for the day where we say, as a society, as a global society, like, the way we treat men is really apprehensible, and we should really just like think about that sometime.
Truly, I would love. So here's the thing:
they need our protection.
Björk came out with her record Utopia, right? So and it's all about.
I can see her video in my head. Like I think about her video a lot, like where she's like that moth lady with the blue.
Yeah. just beautiful.
Yeah, because I hear the song sometimes in my head, and I think about
wearing Gucci and shit. Oh yeah, blessing me. Yeah.
So good.
I love it.
Yeah.
But she's saying her whole theory and thesis, I guess, on Utopia is that Utopia, in a sense, is unattainable. It has to. The only way that you can imagine a utopia is because you've gone through the shit of reality. And so even if you reach utopia or can imagine it, no, you can dream it, but you can't ever really get there without the baggage of having dealt with whatever. And there's sort of there's sort of an unattainability to it, which is what makes it a utopia. It's almost an imaginary dream to get there. But
exist. And if it does, then great.
But if you aim,
blow me to Bermuda.
If you aim for it, maybe you can get progress towards it,
Yeah.
And so I've been thinking a lot about the theory of utopia, or like what is a perfect world, or like what could be.
What about Fruitopia?
Fruitopia works too. Or like Orbits with the little floating.
Oh my God, that like jelly drink.
But my point is, I think utopia for me would be a place run by women and queers, and like the straight men who are woke enough, for lack of a better word, to get with the program will be held in captivity, sort of in like a servitude role.
Have you seen Wonder Woman?
No.
Oh,
was it good?
God. Kenny,
I should watch it. I've heard good things.
I was like on the verge of tears for 2 hours, like the whole entire time. And you need to watch this.
I will. And I heard that it
started as a joke. I thought you were going to say yes, and I was like, so you mean that?
No, I never did.
Yeah.
Is it Gal Gadot, the Wonder Woman? Was that her name? The person who played Wonder Woman?
She was like Miss America, not Miss America.
I think it's Gal Gadot.
Miss Universe, like from Israel or something, right?
I don't know. But the thing I know about her is that they were fucking her over with her contract because they didn't know if it would be a hit. Yeah. They kind of like lowballed her on her salary, but now she's Wonder Woman and they need her to come back.
Oh yeah.
So she's like, well, I'll come back, but XYZ asshole dudes cannot, and I'm getting paid ...
Yeah.
Like,
good for her.
And now she can renegotiate after one movie, where usually with these,
her voice, I love her speaking voice. Like, she has the sexiest, like, deep. Do you remember? I remember
like this.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I remember you talking about what's her name from Scarlett Johansson in what movie, and you were like
Ghost World.
Yes, and you just loved her voice.
Me too. Yeah.
That's how I felt
too.
about
me from the past and me now.
Yeah. No, that's how how I feel about Wonder
just could
Woman.
Listen to her read the phone book. Just like,
oh my God. Yeah.
Butter.
Yeah. But except she's like, but Steve, because the guy,
but Steve,
it's the guy, and it's like back in the 40s. It's like from like World War II.
Oh, so she's got a little of this.
Well, no, she's not from this world.
Okay.
But she's like hanging out with this guy named Steve.
I'm
like, it can't even be Steven. Like, come on. But she's like, because it's like this movie that's like picture us,
romantic,
and she's like,
Steve, yeah.
It just doesn't work.
Bobby.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hey, Jimmy. I know. It's awful.
Anyway, thanks for listening to us gab for another hour, listeners. As always, you can find me on the internet at Kenneth Frank, Instagram, Twitter, blah, blah, blah. You can find us online at kennethfrankly.tumblr.com/iTunes. Make sure you subscribe and review if you have not already. Rory, is there anything I'm missing? Is there anything we need to talk about before we wrap it up?
Oh, my resume is right here. I was going to say, well, we need to read from my resume. No.
Oh, if you have an opening for Matthew, he's ready to move on.
Doing what?
He's really good at like admin, operations, typing, any of that kind of stuff. He's been doing oral history, but we'll talk about it off air.
Okay.
Listeners, thank you so much. Until next time. Bye. Bong, 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 bong. Bye, 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 bye. Holiday.